Sports back with another one. A little bit of late reaction to Deontay Wilder versus um Tyson Fury for the Lineal Heavyweight Championship and the WBC Heavyweight Championship. And I thought it was a good fight. Actually, I'm out of the country and I couldn't watch the fight, so I had my wife order the pay-per-view, and then we on FaceTime watching the fight. Had her prop up the camera and watch the fight like that. Because I definitely wanted to support the fight, and it definitely lived up to the build up to the fight. And you rarely get that. I was kind of frustrated with Wilder during the fight. Because he was just too overzealous, and I was yelling, at my phone the whole time, like, double up the jab, show him something, because obviously this guy is looking for the right hand. So I just would like to see him mix it up a little bit. I knew he would definitely touch Fury with the right hand eventually, but I definitely think he could have got Fury out of there. And it kind of seemed like Wilder was missing that killer instinct. Usually when Wilder gets a guy hurt, it's over. I know he hurt Louis Ortiz, I believe it was like the 5th round, and he wasn't able to get him out of there. And then he got him out of there, I believe it was the 10th round. But usually when Wilder gets a guy seriously hurt, the way he got Tyson Fury hurt in the 12th round, it's pretty much over. I'm like, I knew it was over after Fury went down the way he did. But I was thinking, even if he gets up, Wilder gonna jump right on him. So I don't know if Wilder was tired. And but Fury fought back, man. He fought a hell of a fight. From what I saw, I thought Fury was dominating the fight. But I wasn't looking at the fight the whole time, because because it's a different time zone. So it was about 9 in the morning for me over here. So I'm having to work and watch the fight, so I didn't really get to watch the fight like I wanted to. But I know I seen the 2 knockdowns. Fury was giving Wilder a lot of issues with the movement. I was thinking to myself, man, Fury cannot keep this up for 12 rounds, with the amount of weight that he lost. But I mean, he looked pretty good as far as his stamina. Wilder, I don't know, maybe he has to put on some weight or something. I just don't understand why he's coming in so light for, a lot of these fights lately. So, that's something he can work on. But he knows he can hurt Fury, and Fury knows that Wilder can hurt him. So it's definitely gonna be interesting for the rematch. I definitely want to go attend the rematch. So, I'm gonna start saving my money up now. Try to make that trip. But I mean, it was a good fight. I think it's good for boxing, because so many times, we got a lot of these, stars. A lot of these guys are just dominating. Especially with the Floyd Mayweather era. It was not really any drama during a lot of his fights. He was just dominating these guys. And the fans, us the fans, we like entertainment, we like ups and downs. And you get that, with a guy like Wilder, who, has that knockout power, but also, you could say sometimes he doesn't have the boxing ability. So, there's that vulnerability. So hey man, this guy, could possibly lose. This guy looks, he's vulnerable, and then he, creates that adversity. And everybody wants to see it. So I definitely think the pay-per-view, the rematch is gonna do crazy numbers. If this pay-per-view that they just did $1 million, man, that's good business, especially for the division. As far as after the fight, that's another thing I had an issue with. After the fight, you had Tyson Fury running to the turnbuckle to jump up there and celebrate, and you got Wilder, he just behaving like he knew he lost the fight. He's going to his corner with his head down. He's you know, hugging him, and that's just not a good look. You know, even if you got just, you know, totally dominated, you cannot do that after a fight. You know, even Danny Garcia, the man got outboxed by Keith Thurman. You know, there was no doubt in my mind that Danny Garcia lost that fight. But still, after the fight, Danny Garcia, you know, he's running around, you know, celebrating like he won the fight, and then, you know, he's crying robbery, you know, after the fight. So I just think that's a bad look. And but it sets up the rematch. You know, it definitely sets up the rematch. I know there's a lot of guys out there saying, oh, robbery, you know, he lost the fight, he can't box. And the same guys that's out here crying robbery, it's a lot of them. The same guys out here crying robbery is the same guys who you know, want to say Mayweather never had a, you know, a controversial decision. You can't really think of any you know, dominant champion from any era that never had a controversial win or draw or whatever you want to call it, you know. So I definitely think it was a good fight. I want to see the rematch. I'm gonna attend the rematch. I'm definitely happy with the draw. From what I seen, I did not see the whole fight. I thought it was, you know, that Wilder had to get the knockout in the, you know, the 12th round. He was gonna lose. So I thought Fury had won the fight, and just by how Deontay Wilder was acting after the fight. So I'm gonna definitely go back and watch the fight once it gets uploaded, and you know, I'm gonna come back and give my assessment. But you know, Wilder definitely got some things to work on. I think he could be looked at as, you know, something good. You know, that he knows that, hey, your powers, you know, can't, you know, carry you through the fight. You got to set it up, you know. But that's my thoughts, man. Make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all like, subscribe. I'm gonna try to start putting out videos more often. I definitely had to put in my 2 cents with this fight. It was a hell of a fight, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of drama, what you want to see in a huge fight. But give me y'all thoughts, man. This Dakota Clark, I might change it back to Since 93 Sports, I don't know. But I'm out.